My name is Nicki. I'm an English makeup artist and I live with Carlo and our daughter Sky in Positano, Italy. Our house is far from the road but surrounded by fruit trees and olive groves, and we grow our own food. We'll show you what it's really like to live on the Amalfi Coast. Subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. I'm just about to go out. It is exactly lunchtime, so I've just eaten some mozzarella and tomato and a couple of pears, and that will do me fine. Elizabeth and Mariana have invited me to go with them to Tramonti, which is where they make wine on the Amalfi Coast. It's a hill town above Ravello, so we're going to drive over there with the kids and we're going to take a tour of the vineyards. Bye bye.
Ciao, Nicki.
So I'm meeting the girls at La Sponda, so I'm going to walk down. It should take me about 20 minutes. I haven't walked down here for a while actually, and there seems to be a lot of trees missing. I'm sure the view wasn't that clear from here. Yeah, look, it's all clean. They are still working. They're putting up this horrible netting to stop any rock falls falling on the houses below. Hope it doesn't come any further along. It's going to block the view. It looks like it is. There's one of those poles right here. What a shame. Well, it is certainly going to ruin the view from that rock that I used to love to sit on. But on the other side, at least I can't fall off that rock anymore. I will be caught by the netting if I do. We have arrived at the Tenuta San Francesco. It is just over an hour's drive from Positano, driving along the coast and then turning left in Maiori, and we are now going to go in and have a look around. Most of the vineyards that you see in Italy were originally imported from America. This is because way back many years ago when America was discovered, people went over to America and brought back a lot of fruit and vegetables and plants that didn't grow in Europe, and they imported them into Europe. But they also imported an insect that destroyed a lot of plants, and it ruined many of the old original grapevines around Italy. So they had to be replanted, and they replanted them with grapevines imported from America. These ones here that you see around me today are the only original grapevines left. These ones didn't get attacked by the insects that killed off all the grapevines. These vines here that you see are incredibly thick. They're over 300 years old, and the grapes have grown above, across in a pergola. It's a different system from what you see in Tuscany, where they're all in a nice straight line and all very evenly placed. These ones create a cover so that underneath they can plant vegetables. Over here, for instance, there's nothing growing at the moment, but you can see that at some point there probably would have been the winter vegetables planted here.
Noi volutamente usiamo solo la botte grande e non la barrique, perché non vogliamo contaminare con il legno il vino. A posto.
Beautiful labels. It's been nearly 900 days, but I haven't had any alcohol, so I'm not going to start today. So I am skipping the tasting session here. Mariana is going to partake for me.
Questo assomiglia molto a una pesca bianca, assomiglia molto a una pera, per esempio. Viene su un panno bianco. Metti un panno bianco sotto, in contrasto, vedi? E guardi il colore del vino.
This one with the beautiful label is a picture of Stein, who was one of the famous Positano artists many years ago, and it is also named Ed. So if you're interested in doing some wine tasting and a little tour of the vineyard, they also do lunch as well. So you can book, I'll leave all the details below in the description box, and you can book yourself a wine tasting tour with lunch in Tramonti. This would combine very well with a trip to Ravello. You could visit Ravello in the morning and then go down to Tramonti for lunch. It would go perfectly together.
Making pasta.
I am on a FaceTime call with Celine and she is making... What are you making?
Cavatelli.
Cavatelli pasta in front of me. Celine is still stuck in England but is making plans to drive back to Italy in the next week or so.
Yeah, on Sunday, actually.
We haven't seen each other for over a year now. So who knows whether I'll get up to you or whether you'll get down to me. I've actually got... Oh! I'm being attacked by a grasshopper. Keeps jumping on me. So I could feasibly drive up to you at some point. I just don't know if my car would actually make it anymore.
Do you think so?
I don't know. It's just... I mean, it probably would make it, but... First things first, do not judge my Crocs. They protect me from stinging nettles. I am balanced on a... very stupid thing to be balanced on, but if I fall, I'm not going to hurt myself. And I am halfway up a fig tree at the moment. Look at all these beautiful figs up here. I've got ants all over me. Also a lot of ants, and they are now crawling all over me because I've just been holding onto that branch. But they don't bite, they're just tickly ants. But I have to figure out how to pick these amazing figs. I've already picked a few. I've got them all lined up there. Master fig picker has arrived. Good look at them all. Fig jam, here we come.
Forse non sarebbe una cosa buona che mi rivede. Questo signore. Ok, questo è il maschio.
A different plan, he is making a hook so that we can pull the branches down.
Ne passane uno e poi prendi l'altro. Come fai?
Today is the 2nd of July. It is normally the Festa of Montepetruso. They would be doing fireworks tonight and there'd be all sorts of festivals going on up there, but it's obviously all been cancelled. It's just the church service. They've been singing for the last hour. And I think we have enough figs to make jam with now. We've got a whole bucket full. First, I'm just going to weigh out, I don't know how many I've got here, so I'm going to go do 2 kilos. There are actually about 100 grams each fig. This is my jam cupboard, and I keep all the empty jars at the very back of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that when it's time to make jam, I can just pull out the empty jars. While the jam is cooking, I can sterilise the jars by just putting them in the microwave for 2 minutes. Easy. there we have it. I have just made 8 pots of fig jam.
You like my new t-shirt? And same, no?
We are going to go kayaking before it gets too hot this morning, so we're just getting ready to go down to the beach. Niema! Kitty, you can't come. One day, Holly, you're going to make me fall all the way down the steps, and then I won't be here anymore. I tried the fig jam this morning, and it was really good. Now, it only took me half an hour to make, because in Italy we have this amazing product. I'm going to show you when I get back home, because it makes it really easy to make jam. And finally down on the beach, and look who's back! What a special day! Buongiorno! Our kayaks are now safe behind Blue Star, which is where we like to keep them, and we've got to get them all the way down there.
Hello
Yeah.
again.
Look who we found!
Try not to
Try not to...
bucare mai
Sorry. Sono fuori controllo.
Olli, fatti il bagnetto.
Si è caduto in acqua. So that was a little bit of a rough start. I didn't see that there was a massive wave coming in just as I pulled the kayak into the water, and poor little Holly took the brunt of it and fell in. And now my kayak is half full of water, so I have to sort that out at some point. We're going to head off towards Adolfo at Laurito Beach. And it's very quiet today, so let's take a look at how busy the beaches actually are. It is nearly 11 o'clock on a Friday morning. I nearly forgot, there's the beach of La Porta, completely empty. Little Holly is drying off in the sunshine. She's probably actually quite cool now, which is a good thing. This is the little beach of Fiumicino, where I collected the sea glass with Alessio. Oops, I really need to watch where I'm going. Oh dear. And we're just coming up to Arienzo Beach. As you can see, everything is open. Where are we, Holly? Are we going to Laurito? And here is Laurito, all up and running and very, very quiet. Let's go on land and have a look. Right, let's get this kayak out of the way. Hello, little puppy. Give her a little rinse because she got very salty before. And it can't be very comfortable, can it, Poodle? She doesn't like getting wet at all. Ollie, Ollie, look at you. Nicola, mucky animal. Onward bound, Holly Poo. On our way back, we are trying to decide whether we want to go to Fornero for lunch or whether we're ready to go home. We cannot make up our minds. I'm back home and I told you that I had a jam making secret. Now, this is something that you can only get in Italy, but it makes jam making very easy. This is not an advert, by the way. I have definitely not been sponsored or paid to say this, but I was suggested this last year, and it's called Frutapek, and it's basically, it says it permits you to prepare jams made at home with 500 grams of sugar for 1 kilo of fruit. It's derived from apples and citrus fruit, and it basically speeds up the whole jam making process. Those jams that I made yesterday only took me half an hour from start to finish. So basically what I do is I get the fruit, I chop it up into little pieces, I put it in a saucepan with 1 kilo of fruit, half a kilo of sugar, and 1 bag of these. There's 3 little bags in here. And then stir it. Once it starts doing a rolling boil, then you leave it for 3 to 4 minutes. Sometimes I leave it a little bit longer actually. And that is it. Then you can put it in the jars. That is how easy it is. Unfortunately, this isn't available in England, or we haven't found it yet. So I've actually just sent off 2 boxes to my dad so that he can make some. And I don't know where else it is available, so that's probably pretty useless information for all of you. Sorry. Looking stormy this morning. Well, it's still very hot. I have switched to filming on my DJI Osmo Pocket this morning because I got water in my phone yesterday. I haven't been able to charge it because I got water in the charging socket yesterday when I was kayaking, and it had to dry out, and it would only let me charge it this morning, and it hasn't got enough charge to film on. So I am on my way down. I'm an hour later than I should have been. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, ready to get up, go down and spend the morning with Elizabeth because the first boats are going out this morning, and then I rolled over and fell asleep. And I woke up at 8:30. So it is now gone quarter past 9, and the first boats are leaving at 10. So I'm leaving it very fine. So I'm running down to the beach. I'm not sure how I'm going to get home afterwards. How is this fencing going? Not happy about that. I'm sure I put it in the wrong place. Nothing's going to fall down from here. Very stormy looking, isn't it? Anyway, there's quite a few people down. There's a full ferry down there. Okay, I'm going to get running and I will see you once I'm down there. And here we are. How goody! Congratulations!
Hello.
Hard at work. What you might be wondering is why Nicola is here. Now, Nicola has worked at Blue Star for Elizabeth for quite a few years now, and Sky last summer came to work for the summer holidays. She had a very long summer. She had like 2-3 months off, so they've known each other since they were tiny. Last summer they got together, so that is why he is always hanging around when I come down here. One of the first groups to go out on the Amalfi Coast boat trip are ready to leave. The sun is trying to peek through, but there are also a few raindrops happening at the moment. Let's hope for the best. It's looking busier today than it was yesterday when we went out. And here comes Hermes with Peppino. Elizabeth's about to cry. With happiness, of course. Handover of documents, handover of fishing net, littering. Sei contento di uscire, Hermes? There you go. What boss says to her staff, have a lovely day, I love you very much. Isn't that sweet? Ah. Meanwhile, we have a cake factory going on here. Look at all these little muffins they've made. Polpette, meatballs and cakes. And now it is time for breakfast. What do they have?
Allora mi prendo una bomba crema.